Hi, I'm Dr. Jasbir, Kosher. My patients and my friends call me Jay. I am living here in Michigan, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a chiropractor. I graduated in 2012, and what chiropractors do is we help people who have pain, back pain, neck pain, who have had injuries and aren't feeling good. I went to Ann M. Jeans Elementary School in Illinois. I graduated from National University of Health Sciences in Lombard, Illinois, which is where I got my doctorate in chiropractic care. Now I'm excited to read this book with you all. The book is called Room for Everyone, written by Naz Khan and illustrated by Mercy Lopez. Are you all ready? Let's do this. Room for Everyone. The Dala Dala rumbled and roared, and Musa and Dada were off to the shore to feast on fish at the Friday Bazaar by the blue crystal waters of Zanzibar. Soon after zooming past Zika Street, they saw one old man and his bike with no seat. So the driver honked, pulled to the side, and asked, "Dear brother, do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." Do you guys see the peppers? And he's on a bike. That's awesome. "But Dada," said Musa, "I don't think there's enough room for that man and that cycle of his." "Don't worry, Musa, there's space galore, and if you move just a bit, we can make room for more." So in came the man with his sweaty old feet, and his bike with no bell, and no light, and no seat. And after some wiggles and giggles and fun, they made enough room for everyone. Next, they pass the Bagala boats, and a herder appeared with two little goats. So the Dala Dala pulled to the side, and the driver yelled, "Do you need a ride? It's hotter than peppers out there in the sun. Come in, there's room for everyone." But Dada asked Musa, "Can there really be enough room for a cycle? Two goats and me?" "Of course there is. If we squeeze a bit, we'll make enough room for us all to fit." And though the seating arrangement was tight, Musa could see that Dada was right. After a shuffle, a squirm and a squeeze, they found a small space beside Dada's knees. Onward they went with a honk and a toot, till vendors appeared with 3 baskets of fruit. So they pulled to the side, and as you can guess, Musa cried out and began to protest. "Mangoes and melons and parachichi. We don't have the space. Please listen to me." But up came the baskets of tropical fruits, and down dipped the juices on ankles and boots. Everyone wiggled and giggled galore, till somehow they carved out a space on the floor. They're making lots of room for everyone. Do you guys see that? Onward they puttered past palms and sails, till a farmer appeared with 4 shiny pails, filled with milk all the way to the top. So the Dala Dala came to a stop. "We can't, we mustn't. I do not see where he could possibly sit," Musa cried in despair. But the passengers wiggled, and somewhere, somehow, they made space for the farmer and milk from his cow. The Dala Dala drove past some farms, till they saw 5 mamas with fish in their arms. So the Kanda stuck his head outside, yelling, "Sisters, hello, do you need a ride?" "No," cried Musa. "This rickety bench has no room for those fish and their ickety stench." But the passengers wiggled and squished on the floor and made enough room for the ride to the shore. Do you guys see Musa? He looks so upset. He'll be okay. 6 minutes later, a farmer was walking with 6 stinky chickens that wouldn't stop squawking. And right there beside them were several fellas carrying 7 Kitang umbrellas. Those look so beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Oh my gosh. Hop in, someone shouted. Get out of the sun. There's plenty of room for everyone. Musa resisted. These chickens are fat. And 7 umbrellas? There's no room for that.
And they're not even letting them down.
No, they're not. Dada insisted, just open the door. So everyone wiggled and giggled galore and eventually found enough room for more.
Wow.
That's awesome. Soon they were making a turn down the lane where a vendor was carrying 8 sugar canes and 9 tender coconuts fresh off the tree. What yummy, refreshing, sweet drinks these could be. The passenger shouted, "Do you need a ride?" And as you can guess, Musa worried and cried. This is outrageous. We can't let them in. We're already smushed like sardines in a tin. Though it was clearly a very tight fit, they wouldn't give up. No, they just would not quit. So in came the coconuts, tender and sweet, and the sugar canes tangled between people's feet, tickling everyone's toes as they wiggled, until even Musa started to giggle. Look, he's happy. A few minutes later, they stopped for fuel, which happened to be near a diving school, where 10 divers were ready to go with suits and gear and tanks in tow, trying to get in on all the commotion so they could explore the Indian Ocean. But was there room for all their stuff? Did the Dala Dala have room enough? What do you guys think? Did they have enough room? I think they can make room. And though the Dala Dala was packed from top to bottom and front to back, Musa yelled out, "Come join the fun! We'll make enough room for everyone!" So the swimmers with snorkels and tubes and fins wiggled and giggled and wriggled right in. Wow, do you guys see everybody packed in there so tightly? That's wonderful. They can make room for everyone.
I love it.
That's fantastic. The tires were reeling and spinning and burning, the passengers sweating, twisting and turning, elbow to shoulder, beak to nose, feathers to feet, udders to toes. What a sight to see! What a comical crew! Struck together like globbity glue. They clunkety clunked like junk in a trunk, so close to a breakdown, kerplunkety plunk. Look at that. Looks like there's a little bit of a mess. When suddenly all of them heard a screech. Dubla. They'd arrived at the beach. Out came 10 swimmers with snorkels and fins who ran to the ocean and dove right on in. Out came 9 coconuts, fresh and tender. Out came with the whistling coconut vendor. Out came the 8 sticky sweet sugar canes with 7 umbrellas for sunshine and rains, 6 stinky chickens and 5 piles of fish, 4 heavy pails full of milk so delish, 3 big old baskets of fruit for a treat, 2 little goats, and 1 bike with no seat. Do you see the bike with no seat? That's funny. At last, they had finally reached the blue crystal waters of Nungwi Beach, where Musa and Dada and everyone could giggle and wiggle under the sun. There we go. Author's note and the glossary. That's very sweet. For travelers everywhere, may you always find comfort, joy, and welcoming strangers on your journey. To Loana, Sadhu, and Asa, and their special dance with life. The end.
Love it.
That is awesome. That was a fantastic book. I'm happy I got to enjoy this with you all.